All right, good morning, guys. So I'm gonna make a video this morning. Check it out. Um, I got one of the cool guy mics, right? Like those cool YouTuber dudes. Yeah, like, subscribe, be cool like me. No, I got a mic. So this morning I'm gonna make you guys a quick video on my hydroponics tables. Just show you what I got going, how I've done it. I think I've done this video before, but I've had some questions lately from a couple different viewers. Homestead instead this morning, and a couple others. I think Ontario Prepper a week or so ago, and some other people. So I'm just going to walk you through my little hydroponics tables because I don't have any money into these things. Really, they were cheap to build. So let me flip you around and show you what I got going on. So I've got a few of these tables that aren't doing anything right now. Let's look at those. So we'll start right here. The frame that holds it up is just a 2x4 frame, 4x4 post. This is just garbage I had laying around, should have gone to the dump. So I didn't put a lot of money into it. You could purchase, obviously it's easier to acquire if you purchased it yourself, but this is what I had just laying around. So I cut them into, I think about 3 foot, I guess it's about 3 foot lengths, and I built this box frame. And that's what it is. That one's heavy. I can't lift it. It's got too many plants in it. Try this one. So it's just a frame. Okay. The base, walking you over here. Try not to make you seasick. I know I'm bad at that. Let's go wide angle. It helps. Base is a hollow core door. That's it. All right. So I use this hollow core doors. That's what all of these are, is hollow core doors. Then I took some of this wafer board. I keep wanting to call it OSB, but it's not. It's not OSB. Maybe it is OSB. Anyways, I took some of this wafer board I had left over, and I ripped it into 6 or 8 inch strips. There, I don't have a tape measure on here. Just whatever you got, as deep as you want, and just screwed them right to that hollow core door. There we are. And then use some 6 mil plastic. Let's pull a couple of these out of here. These I'm not using right now. I have to change the plastic out. I don't think it, I'm betting it has a tear in it. Just put the 6 mil plastic in. And the clear's better because if you have any holes, you'll see it. You'll see a wet spot. So use the clear, not the black. That way if you have a hole, you can patch it or change the plastic out. So that I just laid over, wrapped it, and then had some leftover siding that was from a project, ripped it into strips, or you could use the OSB. I think I used the OSB here, and that pins it in place. There we are. That's all there is to the tables. The tops, I use this high density insulated foam. This stuff, okay, and it comes in these big sheets. There's one here. Comes in these great big sheets. They're 4x8 sheets. This one is by Corning, I think. Owens Corning, and it's formula NGX, whatever that means. But this is what I made these tops with. Okay, I took I don't remember what's hole saw, just a standard cheap hole saw from Harbor Freight, and I drilled these holes through here. Just the size, basically the size of these net pots. So the net pot can sit right in there and float. Okay, that's it. That's how simple this is. Super simple, handy. It produces lettuce very quickly. I haven't found anything else that I've grown on it that I liked. I've done the tomatoes. I may try tomatoes again. I did tomatoes on this particular system, the little oh, what do you call it, tumbler, the micro tomatoes, and it made tomatoes, but they weren't that great. So lettuce definitely works for lettuce, definitely works for bok choy and some of your other greens, your quick greens. So this is a nice little system where you can grow a bunch of lettuce, change it out. There are some tricks here I've found. One thing I've noticed, that if you plant your seeds, and here's an example, you plant your seeds and they don't germinate right away, here's one, the moss will start growing on these cubes. Let me pop this down. I'll get in here and show you guys real close. And I hope this is interesting, not too boring to you. I know YouTube is nothing but quick snapshots. See that green moss on there? There's definitely a transition line. So that moss will start growing and it'll outcompete the lettuces, and then the lettuce seeds won't be able to germinate and get going. So what I found I have to do, this one may make it, that's why I just kind of left it going. But you can see that some of these just didn't happen. What you want to see is like this, where you've got the lettuce out competing that moss. So these I'll probably have to replant that are like that. Otherwise, the lettuce just never goes anywhere. If you can outcompete it, then you'll have a full head of lettuce coming out, or a bunch of lettuce coming out. So what I found the best thing to do is, when you plant in those little net pots, is to cover them. So cover them up, and that'll let the lettuce germinate, get going, and get up and get thick enough that when you uncover it, then you're going to have lettuce and no room for the sunlight to get to that plant medium. And for the plant medium, I'm using, there's a lot of different ones you can use, but I'm using the rock wool for that. And that, again, I'm doing that on the cheap, because I do everything on the cheap because I'm cheap. So on the cheap is over here. Grab one of these guys, if I can reach. I buy the bigger blocks, bigger than this. I just happen to have some of these smaller ones. So the bigger block you can get, the more money you'll save, because they do sell the little cubes for inside these net pots, and it's like, I don't know, $30 for 25 of them, or you can get one of these things for I don't know, $2 or $3, and then you cut them into little sections. It cuts really easy. I'll show you guys real quick how easy this cuts. Let me grab a saw, and this camera somehow. I'm gonna grab a saw. Hang on, coming back. So you can use, I think I'm in the shot. So you just use a regular, I just use a cheap line fry pipe saw. It's just a pipe saw, but you can use a wood saw, or even use your pocket knife if you got one. It cuts that easy. So I'll take the plastic off, and like I said, you can cut it with a pocket knife. There we are. That simple. Cut it with a pocket knife, and then one of these is not doing anything. Here's one's not doing anything. Throw that out. Then you can just cut it. Just like that. That's all the amount you need. Just enough to cover the bottom of a net pot. There you are. Just like that. And you throw it in the hole, the appropriate hole. But like I said, you get the package of those things and it's 25 bucks for 50, or you can buy one of these for about $3 or $4 and cut out probably 20 of them. That easy. So you can either use the saw, which sometimes the saw is a little messy. It'll spit out pieces. See how easy that is to cut. Use the saw, or you can use just a simple pocket knife. It cuts real easy. And again, cut the squares just big enough to cover the bottom. And then that's it. So guys, that's how I've got it set up. That's what I'm doing. And you can see the growth. There we are. You can see that it's not doing too bad. I will say, I think I made the mistake. I did not clean my tables well enough this year. So I had some funky stuff going on in the roots for a few days, but it cleared up. Definitely, if you're going to do this, you want to try to keep things a little cleaner. But this, right now I only have these 2 tables going. And as soon as all this sells off this next week, we're just going to have it dump this stuff at a garage sale or donations. A lot of times I just take it down to the local community garden, and I'll leave a bunch of these down there for the local community garden people to plant out. And I always get out of control with my planting. But eventually, once we get all of our licensing and everything in place, we will be selling at least flowers. My wife likes to do the flowers. I'd like to do the vegetables. Anyhow, that's it, guys. I hope this was entertaining to you. Flip you around. I hope that answered any questions people had on what I got going on. If you have other questions, throw it in the comments. I'll try to throw together a video, explain it the best that I can. And you guys get out there, garden, have a good time, and check it out. I'm one of the cool kids now with a cool mic. See you later.